My name is Josh Jaworowski, and I'm one of the college counselors here at Kirkwood High School. And I want to welcome you to this presentation on the STLCC Early College Program. The STLCC Early College Program is a partnership between the St. Louis Community College and Kirkwood High School. It is a chance where students during their junior and senior year will take most or not all of their classes at the community college. The unique thing and the benefit of this program is that students are not only earning credit towards their KHS diploma, but they are also earning credit through the St. Louis Community College for an associate's degree. It's a fully immersive experience where students have the chance to take all, if not all, of their classes at the community college with college professors with other college students. In order to get involved in the early college program, there is an application process. And the first application that students must complete would be the KHS application. This is an application that generally becomes available around January of their sophomore year. They would get the application from the KHS guidance department. Once they complete the application, they would meet with their college counselor and possibly their grade level counselor to go over what the program is, what's going to be required of them, and just a chance for them to ask questions about the program to see if it is the right fit for them. This application is due generally in the first week in February. Once they complete the KHS application and they move forward in the process, the second step would be to complete the STLCC application. This is an online application that they'll find on the STLCC website. It takes about 15 or 20 minutes to complete, and it essentially begins the process with them over at the community college. They would need to turn in a transcript release form here at the high school. That gives us permission to send their transcript over to the community college as they're applying to be an early college student over there. Again, the deadline for the STLCC application is mid-February. Once students complete the KHS application and the STLCC application, the next step in the process would be for them to take the AccuPlacer test. The AccuPlacer test is the STLCC course placement test. There are 3 sections: reading, writing, and math. And the placement test essentially tells students what level that they would begin in at the community college. We do give them a link that allows them to take practice tests so they can see beforehand what may be on this test. But the score on this test, the results on this test, will determine if they qualify to move forward in the application process. There is a certain threshold students must meet to continue in the early college application process. These results are due generally in the first week in March. One of the things that students must be aware of as they enter into the early college program, like I said earlier, is they are not only earning KHS credit, but they're also earning credit at the community college. So students are kind of working in 2 different systems here, and the credit is calculated different at the high school than it is at the community college. For example, most semester classes students take here at KHS are worth a half a credit. There are some that are worth a quarter of a credit, but most are worth a half of a credit. So if a student takes a semester of English here at the high school, they get a half of credit towards their KHS graduation requirement. At the community college, credits are generally calculated by 3-hour credit, a 4-hour credit, or a 5-hour credit per semester. Those are really the different values that most students will be working in the early college program. So how do the credits really compare from STLCC to the community college? Well, if a student takes a 3-hour class at the community college, they get a half a credit here at KHS. If they take a 4 or a 5-hour credit class at the community college, they will get 1 KHS credit. It's important for students and families to understand how the credit works in both systems, particularly at the high school, so that they are on track for KHS graduation. There also is an eligibility threshold where students must take 3 credit hours, 3 KHS credit hours per semester to be eligible for sports or band or any of those other activities that require a certain amount of credits to be eligible. So students must be aware of that as they're enrolling in the program. Along with the credits, here's a sample schedule that a student may do their first semester of the early college program. They may sign up for English 101, which is College Composition 1, and at the community college they'd be earning 3 credit hours, and here at KHS they would be getting a half a credit for their junior English class. They could also enroll maybe in Bio 111, which is Introduction to Biology. At the community college, they would be getting 4 credits there for that semester of work, and they would also be getting 1 full credit for KHS at the end of that semester of Bio. You can see there's 2 other classes, Introduction to American Politics and Pre-Calculus Algebra. Those are both 3 credit hour classes where students would gain a half a credit here at the high school for those classes. So in this particular scenario here, a student would earn 2.5 credits at KHS, and they would also earn 13 hours at the community college at the end of this semester. Once students get through the application process and they are selected to move forward in the early college program, their college counselor and their grade level counselor meet with them for what we call a course selection meeting. And in this meeting, we go over really their first semester and maybe even their second semester schedule for their junior year. And we're really focused on the classes that they take or they're going to need to get their KHS degree. That's the first thing that we do. We talk a little bit about the STLCC Associate's degree requirements, but you'll see on the next slide that most of that is done over at the community college with an advisor. The community college really keeps them on track for the associate's degree, while KHS really keeps them on track for their graduation requirements, for their high school graduation requirements. There is something called the Core 42, and they'll learn more about that when they meet with their advisor. And really the Core 42 is 42 credit hours they take that are guaranteed to transfer to Missouri state schools from the community college. So they go over that with them at the community college, but that is an important program that is a part of this. Once they complete that KHS course selection sheet, they must also complete an STLCC early college form, and both of those are turned in, and that allows them to move forward with the next step. And the next step that they would do is they would go over to the community college and they would meet with an STLCC advisor and they would do their course selection. Essentially, we have already gone over all their courses here with their grade level counselor and college counselor. They'll take that sheet over there, and as they meet with their advisor, they'll talk through the classes that they need to graduate here from Kirkwood, and then what their options are at the community college, and they keep them on track, like I said, for that associate's degree requirements. Once they complete that registration, they will go to an on-site orientation, which is generally in April. And during that orientation, students will get a campus tour. They'll meet the early college coordinator over at St. Louis Community College. They'll also see where the program has kind of some space where students can come. It's on the second floor of the business building. Students come. They've got some study rooms. They've just got an area where early college students can go and a spot that they have on campus. So that really is the early college program. I guess I would say that's a quick overview of it. I am the coordinator of the early college program here at KHS. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me and ask your questions, and we can certainly talk about it.